Hey, this is C.B Smallwood here, and um, I guess I should just rename my channel C6 Television because I got a new camera set up, okay, and it's a little wobbly. I bought this little $10 rig off of Amazon, and I might show it later, I might not, I don't know, but it's basically this big long bendable pole, and you can attach a camera on the end of it. And I just want to try it out. I love the fact that it's posable, but like it's not very sturdy. I mean, like it holds the phone, you know. Well, for those of you that don't know, this is part of 100 days of making comics, and I think I'm doing fairly well with it. You know, I've unfortunately had to skip a day, draw a day, skip a day, draw a day, or at least let me rephrase that. Film one day and don't film the next. You know, that's kind of where I'm at. But it's getting better. Everything's getting better overall. Um, I'm getting um, trying different things as far as like recording video and stuff like that. And the most important thing is this right here. What I'm doing. This is my dream, and I think by doing these videos, it really is helping me to be more productive. It helps push me and motivate me, That's part of the idea of doing 100 days of comics is uh, is like doing all these videos. You have to have something to film in the first place. So, and if you're talking about 100 days of comics, then you need to be doing something comic related. And before going any further, I just want to let everybody know that I probably will not be using this bendable tripod thing the next time I film. I mean, if I do, I'm going to make sure it's extremely sturdy. But I think for this video, since I went ahead and started filming, and I'm kind of limited on time, that I'm just going to go ahead and use this. I would like to say, I try to do this every video. I'd like to thank everybody who has followed and subscribed to my channel. I really appreciate that. I don't take it for granted. And I also appreciate all the upvotes I get on my videos. Those help me a lot. Especially on VidMe. Let's see here. Now, I started on this yesterday, I think, or day before that. I can't really tell. I get my days mixed up for some reason. But regardless, I'm going to sketch this page out some more, draw it out, whatever. And once I get it so far into it the way that I kind of like where it's going, I am going to, finish it out. Finish this down here too. Then I'm going to take it to a printing company about 30 miles away, and I'm going to have them print out a photocopy of this on the same quality paper, and I'm going to ink that so I can keep the original pencils, So if I mess up on the inks, I can always go back and try again. Which I say, if I do mess up on the inks on this, I'll probably just move on and keep going. Uh, because not every page can be a winner. You know, there's going to be some pages where, you know, you shoulda, coulda, woulda. You know, they could have always been better. But if you spend all day working on one thing, you kind of get bogged down and you don't really get nothing done. So I really don't want to do that. I want to make sure that that I'm, you know, always making progress. I will say, because of my limited abilities as an artist, I don't know if you can tell, but there's these guys that are chasing this girl, and really don't like how they're turning out too well. Oh well, you can do what you can do, you know. I remember watching a video um, that was about Top Cow Comics, and they were talking about how to break into comics, what it's like working in comics, and that sort of thing, you know. And Mark Silvestri, the founder of that studio and all this other stuff, the Image Comics founder, he had some really good advice on it. And some of it seemed very cold, but in reality, I don't think it was. I think it was just more or less, you know, he comes across as a realist. But anyway, in the video, Mark Silvestri was talking about how, you know, you really have to love uh, being a comic book artist to do it, you know, because at the end of the day, it's work, you know, and I absolutely believe there's truth in it, you know. I mean, like, there's a fun element to it, but the thing is, to be a real comic book artist, you end up having to draw a lot of stuff that you don't know how to draw. And if you have deadlines to meet, which I don't, but a lot of my deadlines are self-imposed. But if you have deadlines and stuff to meet, you have to figure out how to draw this stuff that you don't know how to draw, you know? And, you know, that's why reference is something that's very important. You know, I go with my friend to comic book conventions, and he brings his portfolio. I used to bring my portfolio, but I quit doing that because I realized I just need to draw more. And, you know, if I get to the point where I feel like I really need some advice, I'll go out and seek it. But where he's at, you know, he likes to go to conventions and, you know, seek people's, you know, other artists' advice on how to approach things and do things. Well, anyway, one of the people that we talked to was Neil Adams. And Neil Adams has a reputation as being somebody that's kind of hard on artists, little unforgiving, unsympathetic, you know, type of a guy. And, you know, I could see how he got that reputation. But regardless, um, the big takeaway of what Neil Adams had to say to my friend was need to, you know, use reference. You know, don't treat reference as you know, don't treat it like it's cheating or something like that. You know, some people, you know, feel like tracing and or or using photos for reference and stuff like that is cheating, but it's not. You know, it's a tool. Now, I very much doubt that Neil Adams himself uses reference that much anymore. I mean, if there's something he doesn't know how to draw, but I'd say in the beginning of his career, he probably used reference a lot. You know, it's just constantly, you know, looking at things and not knowing how to draw things, and then he would draw them. And then if you draw something like 100 times, then obviously you won't need the reference for it no more, because you can just do it. But first, you have to look at it to see what it looks like, and then draw it. I think I think that's what Neil Adams was basically trying to tell my friend and I, what he was trying to explain. So reference is not a dirty thing. It's not a bad thing. It's not something that you should avoid. And some artists have it in their head that using reference is like cheating somehow, but it's not. It's a tool, and you got to use all the tools in your toolbox, you know, because when you're trying to meet deadlines and stuff like that, I mean that's just what you got to do. So I don't know how I got on this reference kick. I guess I was just talking about, you know, good advice that I had heard personally or not in person from other artists. I think I was talking about meeting deadlines and, like, you know, you got to use reference. You got to figure out how to, you know, draw things that you don't know how to draw and that sort of thing. Um, I like how this is turning out so far. I am taking this and I'm transferring it to the big uh, 11 by 17 stuff. So I'm hoping that maybe by today or tomorrow I'll have this finished up, and really I could finish this up today. Um, it's just all about, you know, me being quicker with it, not being so meticulous. But I want it to look good, you know. But at the same time, you know, if I'm getting so meticulous about it that I'm not getting anything done, then that's a problem. So I can't get too hung up on that, you know. All right. Well, folks, I'm getting ready to wrap up this video. I guess the only thing I got really left to say is, again, thank you for everybody that's take the time to like, subscribe, and follow. An upvote. The upvotes really helped me, and I appreciate that. Um, I would like to mention that in the future, the very near future, I'm going to do some videos on different topics, you know, um, because, you know, I'm a man of varied interest, you know, and it ain't just, you know, comics that I'm interested in. You know, I'm interested in music. You know, I got martial arts and writing, you know, different creative endeavors. And then there's like topics that I like to talk about. So I think on my channel, I'm going to start branching out into different things. And I hope you can follow me on this journey. I mean, you may like some of the videos, you may not. Um, but I hope, you know, you can give me a chance. And so far, it looks like you have. And I appreciate that. I really do. And I guess the last thing I got to say is I apologize again for this doohickey, this tripod thing that I'm trying out. I know it's making some people a little seasick. I will not use this for the next video. I will do something different, or at least make sure this thing's a lot more stable. But thanks again, guys. This is C.B Smallwood, and you're watching 100 Days of Making Comics. Please upvote, like, follow, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.